in high school, I started trying to do some writing of it, maybe like grade 10. I started trying to write jokes. They were all really terrible.
Yeah, you said that you were like a grown-up style writer of jokes.
I guess, like, I don't know. The material that I was working with was very minimal because I was like 15. So I didn't really have a lot of like life experience or interesting perspective on anything. And I was also really afraid of talking about myself. So none of my material was personal in any way or like communicating who I was or anything like that.
Do you remember any of the jokes that you wrote?
I don't know. I remember some of them. They were all just really bizarre. It was kind of like, I don't know, like if somebody were doing the show Comedy Bang Bang, but as stand-up, but badly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was doing at the beginning. But I started writing jokes in high school, and then I went to this arts camp, like grade 8 to 12, and it was this very like supportive space of like creative weirdos. So I decided that I was going to do it for the first time at this camp. This talent show that we had at the end of camp, everybody could sign up doing whatever they wanted to, and I signed up to do stand-up. So technically speaking, though, like it was a cool gig because it was in front of 500 people.
Wow.
Because it was in front of the whole camp and all of the teachers. I know there were like 500 campers, so it was probably over 500 people.
Yeah.
It was a very cushy landing.
Yeah, and you knew a lot of the people, they were friends.
Yeah, and I had been going to this camp with them.
Were the other acts good?
For years, and like everybody else was like, I don't know, it was a very supportive environment. And so they were all really into it. And I think it was also just like everybody was shocked and amazed that I was doing stand-up, period. I think I could have gone up there with absolutely nothing at all, and it still would have seemed impressive, but it was really fun. And like I remember watching people reacting and laughing and being like, oh yeah. Like,
it felt good.
Yeah. It felt really, really good. And then for like the couple days that were left of camp, people would be like referencing my jokes to me and stuff, and like it was a really cool experience. I think I was like a really lonely kid, and that probably was a big part of it. I don't know. I think I was mostly just like very bored and very lonely. Like I have a sister, but she's much older than me. She's 12 years older than me, so she was already off to university by the time I was like in kindergarten.
Oh, well, that's a big...
Yeah. So even though I had a sibling, like it was kind of like being an only child.
Yeah.
So I spent like a lot of time by myself. My mom was a single mom and stuff, so she was like at work all the time, and I just didn't have a lot going on. So I think I was just trying to like amuse myself. I love that question. What animal?
Yeah, what animal? Yeah, your stand-up comedy. Take some time. This is a serious question.
This is a serious question. I want to say turtle.
Yeah, turtle?
I want to say turtle. Yeah.
Did you know for a character comedy, I was a turtle?
You just are a turtle in life. Yeah, I'd probably say turtle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So Love is Everywhere is kind of all based around the science of happiness and trying to apply that to comedy.
Yeah.
Which, it's all about like reading that I've done about what actually changes your brain and what makes you happier. And I read this statistic, I believe it was from Harvard, that said that your happiness is a combination of 40% biology, so like how you are innately wired, only 10% experience, meaning that your actual life circumstances, whatever they are, only amount to 10% of your happiness, and then 50% is thoughts and actions. So that means that you, just through how you think to yourself and your behavior, you have control over half of your happiness, which is a pretty large percentage.
Yeah.
And your brain is like malleable, and you could change the wiring of your brain basically by how you use it. Just like any like muscle, right? Like how you use that muscle is going to impact how that muscle functions. So Love is Everywhere. We give comedians assignments a few days before the show of things that are supposed to help change that wiring over time or change your happiness levels. And then at the show, we bring them up. We ask them a couple questions about how it went, and then they do their set.
Yeah, really fun show. I remember I did it. I was scared because I'm scared of any like non-typical what I'm used to in my turtle shell. But on a scale of 5 to 10, how well did I do?
You did very well. You did very well. I really enjoyed having you as a guest.
Thanks. You had a fun show before that too, right?
Yeah, I had a show called Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
That one was really fun and very silly. It was just like kind of a similar thing of like something that comedians have to do before they do their set, but they had to pull a piece of paper out of a jar. We had 2 jars, one for truths and one for dares.
Yeah.
And they had to pull one out of the jar and then do whatever the paper said.